covering every county. This is your statewide newscast, Arkansas Today.
Good afternoon, I'm Mallory Brooks. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas Today on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. After a brief stall, the impeachment trial of President Trump is set to begin tomorrow. Trump is only the third president in history to face an impeachment trial in the Senate. But before the battle begins, a preview of the sparring today in Washington. Jeff Bennett reports.
This morning, House Democrats and the White House preparing to spar on the Senate floor, with opening arguments in the president's impeachment trial expected to kick off tomorrow. President Trump on the attack.
By these radical left lunatics, I get impeached.
The House impeachment managers huddling on Capitol Hill this weekend, planning and strategizing how they'll prosecute the case against President Trump. Those Democrats, as required by the rules, releasing their outline for the case, writing in part that President Trump abandoned his oath to faithfully execute the laws and betrayed his public trust. President Trump's misconduct presents a danger to our democratic processes, our national security, and our commitment to the rule of law. He must be removed from office.
There is ample evidence, overwhelming evidence. Any jury would convict in 3 minutes flat.
Mr. Trump's impeachment legal team pushing back, calling the Democrats' case fatally flawed and brazen and unlawful. One of the president's trial attorneys, Alan Dershowitz, offering a preview of the defense, arguing that the president should not be impeached even if House managers prove their case for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress.
I think that the conduct does not rise to the level of an impeachable offense.
It's all unfolding as a new book by Pulitzer Prize-winning Washington Post reporters Philip Rucker and Carol Leonnig paints a fuller picture of the Trump presidency at this pivotal moment.
This is the president who puts his own interests often above the country, according to many of the senior aides we interviewed.
He'll lash out at his aides, and he'll do whatever it takes publicly to try to survive politically, and that's what we'll probably see in impeachment.
And that was Jeff Bennett reporting. Back here at home, a man is behind bars in Clarksville, suspected of stabbing a man to death. Around 4 o'clock Sunday evening, police responded to a call on Love Circle and found Hartley Lawrence suffering from stab wounds. He was taken to a hospital where he later died. This man, Billy Brewer, who you're about to see, was arrested a short time later after police say he ran from the scene. He is being held at the Johnson County Detention Center. The Washington County Sheriff's Department is searching for this man, Kobe Miller of Columbia, Missouri, wanted in connection to an armed robbery of Dollar General on Jordan Avenue in Bearden. 2 employees were transported to the local hospital. One was later taken by helicopter to UAMS after suffering a gunshot wound to the head. No word on the condition of either victim. March for Life walks and rallies were planned all across Arkansas during the nationwide event Sunday, including in Springdale, which recently proclaimed itself as a pro-life city in northwest Arkansas. The march was held by the NWA Catholic Respect for Life Council, and over 100 people attended the march. Springdale's Mayor Doug Sprouse was one of the guest speakers for today's event and says he has been a supporter of pro-life causes for as long as he can remember.
It's just to bring attention and to remember our desire to see life protected, and again in the womb, but also at all stages of life.
Springdale declared itself, like we said, a pro-life city in August of last year, which some demonstrators say made this year's march more impactful. Dozens gathered over the weekend to take an ice-cold bath, all for a great cause. The Jonesboro Elks Lodge hosted the annual Polar Plunge, jumping into the water to benefit the Arkansas Special Olympic teams. The event started off with a live auction and raffle and ended with the plunge. A local Special Olympics director says the funds raised mean a lot to those with special needs because it allows them to be a part of the fun just like everyone else.
You know, they may just be stuck in a classroom, not have any sports to compete in, and Special Olympics allows them to have the sports to do.
Every bit of the proceeds raised by the event will go towards Special Olympics. And speaking of Polar Plunge, of course, it is very cold. Your forecast is coming up in just a few minutes. After nearly 40 years, the famous Bluebirds of Happiness sold all over the country will not be made in northwest Arkansas anymore. The art studio is focusing on the future and protecting the planet. Kelly O'Neill reports.
It's a very big decision to do this.
Terra Studios is a place like no other. From the eccentric artwork to a wizard's cafe, it's an artist's playground.
When we turn a furnace like this on, it's on 24 hours a day, it's on for 10 months.
It's also famous for the magic behind these little glass birds.
The bluebirds just bring delight to people, and we hear those stories every day of how meaningful they are. So yeah, it's a sad day. And at the same time, it would be an even sadder day if my grandchild couldn't grow up to enjoy a beautiful planet.
For the sake of the environment, the furnaces are turning off for the last time.
Where we use lots of fossil fuels and it's very wasteful and polluting, and so we're going to stop doing that.
Nearly 4 decades of hard work.
This is what 2,000 degrees feels like when you open this up.
And 9 million bluebirds later.
And you'll feel the wave of heat hit you.
The commemoration on Sunday brought in people from all over.
Being a crafty type person, when it said Bluebird Maker, I thought, maybe I could do that.
Valerie Hickman remembers her time as the first female bluebird maker back in 1984.
I did enjoy it. It was quite a process learning how, and it did take months to learn how.
While the bluebirds will no longer be in production, Terra Studios still has enough to sell them online and in the gallery throughout 2020. And of course, Terra Studios will still remain open and busier than ever.
It is magical, and we're like, yeah, we know it's not just about bluebirds. It's such a cool place. So yeah, I hope the community continues to support everything we do.
Well,